will say, for anyone who's been exasperated by the garden pots, look at me troughs that hadn't been stolen after all, because I was asleep and not answering the door. The neighbour took them in, thankfully, when they were asked, because we do take things in for each other. They're good like that, and she's raised a nice child that's probably Junior's age. I don't know if last year or the year before. But last 2 years of Junior's, I'd say, he's too nice to be the smallest year of secondary school. That obviously is my big part. That might have my tree rose in if I get a tree rose before this David Austin runs out, with the code heritage, that if it's on the outer package for the rose book, anyone can use it and say, oh, my friend got the rose guide. They don't know, unless I'm the only person in Grimsby that gets the rose guide, where you've got the heritage code from for 15% off roses on the David Austin website. I've bought 4 from there, and the one in my garden that I can show tomorrow. If anybody wants to be tagged in it on a share in Twitter, tweet me tonight and I'll see if I can make time tomorrow to follow you back, and then we can speak from there, or at least tweet me. Usually I follow back. It depends what your opinions are. If you're nice, I don't care if you're gay or straight or bi, if you're man, woman or neither, sometimes both. I really don't care if you're gay, lesbian, bi, straight, pan, trans, anything. I'm quite happy to talk to anyone. I've got trans friends and I've met a trans male before. Right, this part, I'll tell you what we got. We got at the back a row of cornflower, then in the middle a row of butterfly attracting mix, and at the front poppies, but I planted them last. That's yet another pea plant. There's one there and one underneath this corner to go to Ernie. Those 3 are either I think they're peas that I've potted, and then that's for my friend Richard. If you're watching, Richard, I'll try and tag you in, and I'll definitely save it to the folder for Richard and my friends. It's got your name first and nobody else is mentioned by name, mate, if you are watching. But you've got at the back of this trough, I'll show you where the sticker is. It's on that corner. Have I got it in? It's on that corner. I think it's a bit dark, but it's below this side. It's on this side here. I'm going to put some tape over it so it don't rain off when the writing run. But you've got in here, Richard, you've got peas at the back, and I believe you've got poppy seeds at the front, and I've not got a lot of poppy seeds left now. I've done 2 different troughs with poppies in. One's yours, one's mine. Excuse the mess in the corner. Nurtrio haven't mopped the floor in weeks. The way my back's been since Tuesday. Alright, it's better than it has been today, but I'm still in fuck of a lot of pain, because I've been wanting to do gardening all week and not being in a fit state to bend and do it. I like me indoor gardening. I've got 2 onion sets for you. Yeah, they are where I left them. I've got 2 onion sets, Richard. See, litter trays have been changed in the bedroom and down here today. before the soap should have started, and then they didn't come on. Oh, where'd that go? I think it went down here, can't find it. Can't have gone down there, unless it's gone in here and I didn't notice. Oh, it went on top of that. Right. That can get all buggery. There's something else to go in the cardboard pile for the recycling. That's the onion sets back. I'll pop them back in this, what my tin foil stood in, on top of the fridge. That, can you see the gun? You pull that back and put a ball in the end there, pull the trigger and it shoots one. Can we get one out? We'll have a purple one. Toby, would you like a ball? Would you like a ball? Excuse all the stuff on the floor as well. The cats have had a field day knocking stuff off. See the pile of stuff on the arm of the sofa? I picked that up 3 or 4 times an evening, and I've knocked it off myself earlier today. And said basically poo on it, but not with a poo, with a s and a h, and I don't know what else. Do you? He didn't like that. As easy as I've just held it to me against my rib cage and pulled the trigger back with my free hand. Put another one in. Joe, should we shoot it right at you? Oh, that got your attention to jump down. That didn't hurt too much. That's on... No! There is not more stuff off the arm again. There's 2 wads in cellophane, both of them. One's a 5 Easter cards, the other's a 6. The 5 should be getting picked up as it's gone midnight. 4:32, well gone midnight. I need to tidy up tomorrow after a decent night's rest in bed. Pick up a lot of these bits of paper that the cats are left about and scattered everywhere out of things that should be on the arm of the sofa, and they have to keep jumping up and spreading it, throwing it at me or throwing it this way onto the floor of the whole lot. There's books in it. There's about 4 books in that pile now, minimum. There's my box of crystals at the bottom that they keep throwing on the floor, and I find that offensive to throw crystals on the floor. I've activated that again. I'll put that back in the bag. Right, this is mine. And what have we got? Peas that amount to... and I think radish seeds, but we can't remember. I may, with my last trough, when I don't need it to stand these 3 peas in, well, on, do you see this, the long, oblong, rectangle, whatever you want to call it, base, that there's them 3 pots stood on? With a bit of water at one side, look. But it's all gone to one side, even though I've made that green thing and stood it underneath for a bit of push-up. Just made it out of a bit of string wrapped round each other. Like you'd wind wool up, but not quite into a ball, into a length. And it's not enough to get water all the way along to the 3rd pot on there, the one that's got the stick on at the minute and the tag. Don't need tags and sticks in all my peas. I'll have garden canes from a proper garden centre in a few months when the peas need support. I've got 2 garden canes coming to tide me over for me rose bush and loganberry bush till I get some trellis at some point. That's going to be after the 17th or 18th of this month, if you're watching in March, and not a couple of months down the line once I'm even more popular than 41.9 total views last time I checked, and we've put more stuff up tonight. That's 10 minutes 15. Beanie, would you like to say hello? You look really mucky, mate. I'm going to complain on Monday. If they don't send someone in to mop the floor soon, I'm going to put a complaint in about them, because it's not fair. I changed the litter trays regular. She just complained because I wouldn't change them on the day because I wasn't getting any money to put litter into them until the next day, and we were out of litter. So I wasn't changing them and leaving them empty and Moonlight weeing and pooing in them and then standing in her own mess because there was no litter to soak it up. Because she'd bloody do that, or she'd stand and... She stands on the edges and crouches sometimes, and I can see her falling in because she's got balance problems. She has for years. I've had her since 2014 in the August. That gives you the idea. She's at least 11, 12. He is 13 in a matter of a week, not even that. That's his daughter. And that's his son on top of the fridge. Do you like my strawberry and banana crusher? The energy drink boxes are empty. That food, there's 4 or 8 pouches in that out of a 40 pouch box I got from the range today when I was picking up card supplies. I was good and didn't buy any plants or seeds or any planty things from there. I've spent £10 this week on 5 of them troughs, and 2 are going to Wee Man, and I'm keeping 3. It's just I can't use the 3rd one until I get that tray back tomorrow daytime, when I can put the pots on it and the peas that are for me outside somewhere. Maybe I can move the things that are in front of the troughs. You won't see a thing, but down here there's a trough along there at the back, another at the front, and then 2 or 3 pots here that I may have took one of and give it in that. This probably looks a mess. I'm in a bag of pots, but that might be radishes. Ah, you stupid shit! Will you stop getting on me back when I'm bent over? Do you want me to ring the policeman and have you took to the kennels? You're gonna break me one of these days, getting all over me back when I'm bent over. It really hurts, you nasty woman. Here's a plant tag. That's Richard or radishes, probably both. There's other things in there, some pea pots and possibly some poppies, I can't remember. Some of them have got tags on marked up, others are going to be a surprise for him, I suppose, when they start hatching, sprouting, even hatching. They're not fucking eggs, they're plants. Sprouting, like my spring onions, not spring onion sets, that's something to grow, spring onions. Could get another 10 of them planters and a couple of bags of that. This is the compost we've used, and it's over half gone on 3 troughs and 1 pot, and what's left in there, that round tub. 3 troughs and 1 tub out of this bag that's 40 litre, and that's what's left. So we might not get another trough out of that bag. We might be better off getting some small pots. That would be better, I think. Bloody hell, 14.50, right, I've said bloody hell, that can't go as made for kids now, can it? It's a nice plant show, maybe it's a long one. Those sticks I've had to tie together because the cats keep running at them and running through them and everything. Hopefully if they're tied together they won't get so much damage, because I'm fed up of having to put loads of pinches of compost above the hole and poke it down with my finger and put more and poke it down and put more and poke it down until the hole's packed in, that they keep making holes around where the sticks are there by running at the thing, when maybe the cut soil wasn't packed as tight as it should be when I put that tripod together that's got Richard's planter on it, trough thing. I'm quite liking this. We're putting, say, we've got 3 rows of all flowers in that. Back's cornflower, because I think they grow tallest. Middle is butterfly attracting mix, because they didn't have a bee one. We'd rather have bees for pollinating with the flowers on my berries, but butterflies might attract bees. I don't know enough about it. But as well as the middle row of butterfly attracting mix, we've got a front row of poppies and of course the back row of cornflower. That should make a nice, I don't know how big the mixed butterfly attracting is going to be. I don't know how tall it'll be. If it'll overpower the cornflower, I might have to pull the trough out and put the cornflower in somewhere else. But that'll do. That'll teach me not to put it at the back behind somewhere. I've put it at the front in front of other things, like peas. That's got peas, that's got peas, that hasn't. This pot here has got my last 2 peas, and it does say on the packet Monge 2. Where's that packet? Here we go. Pea, Oregon sugar pod, and where did it say the Monge 2? Yeah, there we go. This variety produces heavy crops of delicious large flat pods, often called Monge 2. So that's better than just plain peas. I've got a pack of Monge 2 for, don't know how much, 99p I've paid for them seeds. Good. That's not bad for peas. It seems peas and things like that are cheaper seeds than plants, unless you go other plants like flowers, unless you go to B&Q, in which case they want, I think it was $2.59 or $2.89, something along that line, for me radish seeds. So I said I'd go back for parsnip when I'd got more money another week. And I've got pip coming soon, and then the week after I've got UC, end of the month UC, pip before my birthday next month, UC in the middle just past. That grey pot I want to put leeks in because it's good for it. The round one there, it's tall, and I also want to save it for leeks. But that trough I couldn't use for putting compost in like I normally do, because it's got them pots stood on the top so they don't drip on my floor, and they weren't getting muddy off that trough like I could have put it on. Right, 19 minutes 22, so we're going to say byes and thank you so much for watching. See, there's plenty of food out and about in different bowls. I'll take you upstairs before it gets to 21. Midori, lime juice cordial for making snowball cocktail, That is coconut rum, cheap version. That's some syrup that was stupid cheap, bubblegum flavour or something for making drinks with. We've not tried it. It seems it might be a cocktaily thing, but with no alcohol in. That had whiskey. That had port. That's my replacement bottle of port I bought before Christmas as a replacement for what I wanted to finish of what my dad snuck in 6 to 8 months before he died, when he bought a bag of bottles round to my old house and said, that's mostly from Harry. And he says, no, leave it. When I went to look in, as in, oh, I'll have a look later or something. But I was told to leave it, so I did. And I wasn't disappointed. I'll show you what I got, because this is the same thing. He'd snuck a bottle of this in that's 12 to 14 quid a bottle. 12's when it's on offer. And I can't remember what I paid for mine at Christmas, but it's a First Estate Reserve Port. And I've got 2 bottles of lemonade if I want one of them one night to toast my dad. Oh no, you've moved the tarot cards this way. It's a good job they didn't knock that off. That's moved, that's moved, that's moved. See, we got that. That's actually a black one that we've lit for love and positive energy to a couple of people. If anybody's feeling more loved or more positive tonight that happens to be tuned in for any reason. We won't say no more on that one. We'll let anybody that feels like it could be them send me a message, or people are free to slide in me DMs. If it's not somebody I've never met or spoke to or seen on the telly or heard about off me mate or anything, just sliding into me DMs with a want to get to know you better or a sob story about how, oh, the wife died and now I'm a single parent. So many people who want a visa come out with that story, and I don't know if any of them have actually got a kid. But you get what it's like to be a woman who they can't see the face of, so they assume you're prettier than you are, or they assume they don't care what you look like because they can check something else behind your back as long as they marry you and get the green card or passport or whatever they're after to be here. When they're coming from another country, the amount of Africans and Indians that have love scams trying to tell you they love you. Love bombing, somebody called it the other day, and it was good advice if you're listening. Don't expect that person to be watching me, because it seems to have been either a fake account or a private account of somebody I won't go to mention, then they're a celeb of sorts. Won't say how famous or where from or where you might have found them in the last 6 months. That I am sick of putting back on top of this. I'm going to get Martin to hang it for me up at the top of my wall of love there. That sign's from Matt Lama, the face it's trying to zoom in on. That's my late dad, to anyone that knew him. Feel free to drop a comment or send me a DM on Twitter or a message on Twitter that I can respond to and possibly share on. Love you to the moon and back. My nest with an egg in, bunny, sheep, tractor calendar, other bunny, heart-shaped egg type thing. There's another egg there. Flowers out of one of there was 2 lengths of that garland on different strings. So we used the loose ones and took the rest off the other string, because there were a few loose for threading onto one of them, I suppose, or that had come off in the packaging and they'd just gone, oh, we don't care what we're packing. I'll show that. That's me nana and grandad when me nana was dyeing her hair, and it was that rapid from us stopping dyeing it to being all grey. For a small child that I was, maybe 3 or 4, I reckon 3 when she stopped dyeing it. Could have been 4. I don't remember seeing any photos of her holding my brother to know what colour hair she had, but when I was just turned 4. Right, it's now at 25 minutes bang on, and I'm going to get another silly warning about not being able to record anymore or some poo. Litter trays changed, hardly used since. Them ones are done. We got nearly half a bag of litter. It'll do the 4 trays again, hopefully. If it doesn't do one, we can afford more litter Tuesday. Moonlight's got a little bit left in her bag, but not enough to do a litter change, so we do need litter Tuesday. Bowls, Phoebe's ate most of it. Chubby got offered some more up here earlier, but ate in the kitchen because there was this biscuit on offer that's £1 a box instead of £2.75 or something if you buy it for value for money. That's most likely Whisker's biscuit in there. I don't know what biscuit it is if it's not Whisker's. Pouch that we took out because we'd managed to do some wrong ordering on the boxes that was put together, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of 2 lamb, 1 beef, 1 fish, 2 chicken, another lamb, another beef, then some fish, and then 1 chicken or something. I put it in order so it goes, say, chicken, lamb, fish, beef. So they're alternating meals on whether it's lamb or carrots or green beans for the veg. Chicken is green beans in it. 2 things have carrots and 2 things have green beans. See, decent amount of cat litter yet left. Treat tin, cup of water that's quite full because I changed it at tea time because Trilby wasn't eating, and sometimes you change his water at tea time and he wants a drink and then he'll eat. Fair enough, if we could change it again then, because he gets through a lot out of that cup. I've tried putting other cups like on the draining board and stuff. Anyway, that's 27.5 minutes. So byesies everyone, thank you for being so patient. This is my longest video yet, so this is going to take probably 2 hours to upload.